What's up, Yoon-Fam? It is I,
Mark Yoon.
and today I'm bringing another hopefully exciting video. So in accordance with the rest of the week that we've been going on about answering specific questions and trying to go in depth into them in these little videos, instead of just answering in the comment section, I am going to go into another one of these. So we have one that is from Michael Garcia. It says, do a Soul Behind the Warrior where you talk about a bonus character. We ask your thoughts and opinions on that character. It says here bounce, but I'm assuming he says bonus. The only problem with that being is that we already have a wide array of bonus characters that are showing back up in Soul Calibur 6 from the past, such as Arthur and characters like that. I mean, I'm sure I would love to have characters like Chester and a whole bunch of the other ones back as well, but they're easy enough to create if we're given the parts in our character creator. So it's kind of hard for me to talk about them individually, unless you're talking about a perceived lore or how they fit within the stories, which I still couldn't talk about right now because they are, with the exception of a few of them, I think Miser and Arthur are the only ones that show up in Libra of Soul. I could be wrong, but I think those are the only two that I spotted. And within the contents of that story, of course it is canon to this Soul Calibur 6 new timeline, but I don't know exactly what role they have to play other than being a supporting character. So I think if you're going to talk about anything like that, instead of a bonus character, we should talk about a future character that possibly could show up. I know he talked about characters from the past in the live stream that could show up, and I mentioned that I'd like to see Abelia back, which is, the main girl who gets us through Chronicles of the Sword on Soul Calibur 3. She's under General Jiggerdot, and she is tasked with training us baby birds in the way of combat and strategy. So I think Abelia would be a choice character to come back because she's very good for playing mentorship roles. So she can definitely show up in Libra as a mentor of sorts to our character after we are done our travels and training as it is now. She can train us how to lead an army, or possibly will have something to do with bring characters back via the astral fissures, and we are the ones that are going to be tasked with training them and getting them ready for battle and such, especially if the ancients are going to come back and we're going to have to battle them in some kind of huge cinematic kind of style. Anything along those lines I think would be pretty neat. It's really hard to say specifically what I want, because a lot of the things that I want are things that I don't foresee actually coming to fruition, especially the way the story's going now. And some of the things that I want are really not possible in the current state of the licensing and stuff. If we're going to talk about anybody coming back, my top of my list is Shura and Kamakiri Musi, but we all know that they're owned by other people besides Bandai Namco, so we can't really bring them back. And then I'd also like to see some people come back like Necrid and stuff, but we all know that Tom McFarlane owns the rights to Necrid, so there's a whole bunch of licensing issues and affiliations with that make a lot of the things impossible to postulate. So even if I actually want to get into those detailed, there's just nuance there that I can't really expect anybody to follow along with. We'd have to make separate videos on every character just on where they stand within the actual licensing of Bandai Namco, which maybe I will do. We'll do a licensed characters and which ones are and aren't, so people know. That's could possibly be a future video. I can see myself doing that. But as far as new characters, I see when they introduced Grow and Aswell in Soul Calibur 6, I was a little hesitant at first, but they really did a good job with these characters, and even revamping the stories of prior characters coming back, like legacy characters. I really like the way the narrative is going and leading. So I think I'm confident that any character that they bring back and create a new one is going to be fine. Even characters they created for just a story, it would be nice to see some of them fleshed out, like perhaps Dion. Anybody, they can do anything with the Aval organization, and anything with not anything with the Swords and Shepherds, because the Swords and Shepherds are limited to, I think, the capacity of 8 characters, and we already know 2 of them. 4 are mentioned, I believe. But without saying, obviously Viola and Sve are going to be part of that, so that's potentially 6 right there. So there's only 2 that we really don't know about at this point. But I don't know. I guess in the comment section down below, let me know who, out of the bonus characters, not just the bonus characters from Soul Calibur 4, I'm talking about specifically the characters created for Chronicles of the Sword and Soul Calibur 3. Those characters, as well as any that have shown up since then. Just let me know what you think, especially directly answering Michael Garcia in the comments. Like, which ones do you think you'd like to see come back? Because everyone's got their own personal favorites and reasons why that they're their favorites. It would be pretty selfish of me to just like say that I want like these characters for this specific reason based on this, because I know that like this story can go any number of ways and anybody's headcanon can come to fruition at any point in time. But with that being said, guys, we're going to bring this short video to a close. I want to thank you for listening and watching. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, there's ways to support the channel, like the Discord link and joining or subscribing or liking, any of that stuff. I don't really often ask for that, but thank you if you do. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, I love it. Thank you.
And thank you.